Adolf Hitler, a man who ruled Germany with an iron fist and ended his life inside a Berlin bunker in 1945. But after his death, what happened to his massive wealth? His money, gold, and property were worth millions. Where did it all go, and who got control of his fortune after the fall of the Third Reich? Let's uncover the secrets behind one of history's most notorious fortunes. By the 1940s, Adolf Hitler was extraordinarily wealthy. His fortune came from several sources, making him one of the richest men in Germany. A significant portion came from the sales of his book, Mein Kampf. He received royalties for every single copy sold, and it was practically required reading in Germany, generating millions. On top of that, as Führer, he declared his salary tax-free, meaning he kept every penny of his official income without contributing to the state he led. He also amassed a vast collection of expensive gifts and artworks, many of which were seized from occupied territories and Jewish families during the war. His personal assets included multiple properties, a fleet of luxury cars, and enormous bank accounts. He lived a life of luxury, funded by his political power and the suffering of millions. The story takes a dramatic turn in the final days of the war. On April 29, 1945, with Soviet forces closing in on his bunker in Berlin, Hitler knew the end was near. Just one day before his death, he dictated his last will and testament. In this final document, he made his intentions for his fortune clear. He declared that all of his personal belongings, his art collections, and his money should go to the German state, or, if the state was destroyed, to the Nazi Party. He appointed his most trusted personal secretary, Martin Bormann, as the executor of his will, tasking him with managing everything after his death. The very next day, on April 30th, Hitler and his newlywed wife, Eva Braun, took their own lives, leaving a collapsed empire and a vast now ownerless fortune behind. But Hitler's plan for his wealth never came to fruition. Within days of his suicide, Berlin fell to the Allied forces. The Nazi government completely disintegrated, meaning there was no official German state left to inherit his property as his will had stipulated. Martin Bormann, the man entrusted with Hitler's legacy, attempted to flee the besieged city, reportedly carrying important documents and valuables. However, his escape failed. Bormann died during the chaotic battle for Berlin, and with him died any chance of executing Hitler's will. In the power vacuum that followed, all of Hitler's known assets, including his bank accounts, properties, and valuable possessions, were seized by the victorious Allied forces as they took control of Germany. So, what happened to all the specific assets? The gold and cash stored in various bank accounts were confiscated by both the Soviets and the Western Allies, disappearing into the treasuries of the occupying powers. The thousands of priceless artworks he had collected, many of them stolen, were a different story. Allied monuments men worked tirelessly to recover these stolen treasures. Many were eventually returned to their countries of origin or the families of their rightful owners. While others remain in government vaults or museums, their ownership still a complex legal issue. As for his properties, Hitler's famous mountain retreat, the Berghof, was heavily bombed and later demolished by the Bavarian government to prevent it from becoming a shrine. His Munich apartment was also taken over. Essentially, everything he owned was either destroyed, confiscated, or placed under state control. No family member ever received a single item. With Germany divided into East and West after the war, the legal question of who owned Hitler's estate was finally settled. The newly formed Federal Republic of Germany, or West Germany, passed laws that allowed it to officially take ownership of Hitler's entire fortune. Everything was declared state property. His assets were absorbed by the Bavarian state government, where he was last officially registered as a resident. This move was not just about money. It was a political statement to ensure that no individual or group could ever profit from his legacy. Similarly, his birthplace in Braunau am Inn, Austria, was taken over by the Austrian government, which has long struggled with how to manage the site to prevent it from becoming a pilgrimage destination for neo-Nazis. The legal outcome was decisive. No relatives, no former party members, and no sympathizers legally received a single penny from his vast estate. So where is all of this today? The physical remnants of Hitler's fortune are scattered and heavily controlled. Some of his personal belongings, like his furniture and uniforms, are held in museums or locked away in secure government archives, used only for historical research. The artworks he once owned are subject to ongoing restitution efforts, while others remain in museum storage. The actual money and gold were long ago absorbed into state funds, used for the reconstruction of the very countries his regime had sought to destroy. The sites of his former homes are now either gone or repurposed, stark reminders of a dark past. Officially, Hitler died a rich man, but his will was worthless. He left nothing behind for anyone to inherit. Hitler built an empire of blood and gold, but in the end, not a single coin of it remained his. His legacy and his fortune vanished with the fall of the Third Reich. It's a powerful lesson from history. Power and money mean nothing when humanity is lost. The ultimate fate of his wealth serves as a final, fitting postscript to a story of immense power and total ruin. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this piece of history interesting, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the past. We'll see you in the next one.